And you told the one employee that was there to go inside in the kitchen and get.
She'd take. At the time,
That's what you just
she
told
is
me.
not.
I mean, is that what you just told me? You told
Right.
me you left. You had one other employee, about 11 children, including at least 2 toddlers, one 2 years old and one 3 years old. One that had already brought a sharp enough object into the house so that they could damage a piece of wood. That piece of sharp object that brought it from the house could just as easily have hurt him as hurt your piano. And you left 11 children in the care of one person who you told to go in and prepare dinner.
There were not 11 children there at the time.
Well, that's what I asked you.
In the day.
I asked you how many children were there on December 19th.
For the total day. But when I leave one employee in charge, no more than 8 children can be there at a time.
You left one person with 8 children,
Correct.
toddlers, and you told that employee to go prepare dinner.
Right. She takes the children with her into the kitchen area.
Miss
She
Harry,
has, pardon me?
you're going from bad to worse, madam.
I'm just trying to
You're
get my
going-
point across.
You're getting your point across. She takes all 8 children with her into the kitchen to cook dinner?
That is
Where were you
correct.
going at 2:45?
My daughter has piano practice, and I take her to practice, and then I come back home. So the situation had not gotten out of hand.
Miss Perry,
Yes, ma'am.
this is not a business for you, madam.
I've been in the business for 13 years.
Well, I
love
want to tell you
three
something.
children.
I don't know where, but I wouldn't leave my child with you. You have 8 toddlers that you're putting in a kitchen with somebody who's preparing dinner, and you're out taking your daughter to piano practice. That's outrageous.
They're very well watched over. In
What
fact,
I'm telling you is, it's outrageous, and you shouldn't be here. So if you've been in business for 13 years, I would suggest that you take your business and its good name and walk out the door, because if they gave you 2 weeks' notice, under these circumstances, that's all you were entitled to. Goodbye.
Can I mention the state?
Goodbye.
She didn't even know
Why
this
is
was
that
the
excused?
state.
You step out.
They had the state investigate me. They did a 30-day grueling investigation, and I was cleared of all charges.
It doesn't mean it didn't happen, it just means that they couldn't prove it.
I really don't think they wanted to pay me. They wanted to get out of payment, and so they made up a story.
The children obviously aren't old enough to really be a witness. They pretty much took my version and her version and said it was a draw.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Meyer versus McDermott. Step forward, please.
Terry Meyer is suing student Elisa McDermott for vet bills and pain and suffering due to a dog attack. Elisa says Terry's dog attacked first.
Mr. Meyer, it is your claim that the defendant's dogs bit not only you, which was a minor injury, but seriously injured your dog.
Yes.
By biting your dog. You want the defendant to be responsible for all of the bills that you sustained as a result of this attack. Ms. McDermott says that the whole incident was your fault. So I'd like you to tell me where this happened, what time it happened, who else was present when it happened.
It happened on January 12th in our city park, and I walk my dog there every day, 3 times a day.
What kind of a dog do you have?
I have a little rat terrier husky mix,
How much does the dog weigh?
about 25, 30 pounds.
What time of the day were you walking?
6 o'clock, exactly.
Go ahead.
I got out of my truck and I walked down to the lake, and my dog was on a leash, and I felt the leash go all the way out, and I turned around and there was 2 dogs on my dog chewing on him.
Excuse me?
Don't speak until I get to you.
Okay, thank you.
I turned around and the dogs were chewing on my dog, and his leash broke. I ran over to my
What kind of a lead was it? One of those that
retractable on a little cord. So he's a little dog, and the dogs were chewing him up. I ran over there and I jumped on the dogs. There was nobody around when I jumped down on the dogs. Then all of a sudden I looked up and she was standing there.
What kind of dogs were these?
One was a Rottweiler Black Lab mix, and one was a Chow dog. The Rottweiler had his jaws locked on my dog's behind, and I couldn't get him off. I screamed at the lady to help me get her dogs off of me, and she couldn't get him off. So
Did she try?
she tried, but she couldn't get him off. I pulled the Rottweiler's jaws off my dog, and I got him off, and I went to get the Chow off my dog, and the Rottweiler grabbed back a hold. So I was fighting with 2 dogs at the same time. I finally got the Chow off, and I went back to get the Rottweiler off. That's when I got bit in the thumb. I picked my dog up, and he was full of holes. I could almost reach inside of his stomach.
He had several surgeries.
Yeah, he had to go in surgery like 2 or 3 times.
Okay, how did you find Miss McDermott?
I searched everywhere. I couldn't find her after I took my dog to the vet. She was gone already. The police came there right away. They couldn't find her. Then the city newspaper printed it in the paper.
Then you went into the police station.
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. Now let's go back to the 12th.
Okay.
At about 6 o'clock in the evening, you're walking your two dogs. One is a Rottweiler mix.
Yes, I have. Did you want
I'd like
pictures?
to take a look at them, please, Bert.
And I also have something from the vet, and I have his vet bill.
Why tell me what happened with your dogs? on the
Okay, it
12th?
was dark. It had just snowed quite a bit. We came around some evergreen trees, and I see a white, and I think it had some black on it, dog running at my dogs. So my dogs protected themselves. They did not attack his dog.
Your dogs off the leash?
Yes, they were. And I paid the fine, and his dog actually was off the leash also.
I know, but unfortunately, his dog didn't bite yours, nor did his dog bite you.
He threw himself on his dog. My dog didn't go after him.
All precipitated by the fact that there were dogs off the leash.
And actually, his dog did bite mine, but my dogs, as you can see in the pictures, have really thick fur.